Hey friends, in today's video, we're going to be talking about all things Canva font hacks. Now, if you have been around here at the Makers Gonna Learn channel for any amount of time, then you know that we absolutely love finding new things in Canva to use to really elevate our designs. And in this video, we do not fall short. I promise you guys are going to love all of these. Make sure to leave a comment below and let us know which one's your favorite, and we're going to go ahead and get right into it. So for the first hack, we're going to be talking about secret Canva sets. Now, this is something that we have recently gotten into, but all of these words that you see here were created using the Canva sets. Basically, all you're going to need to do is hop over to Google. You can also find a ton of these on Pinterest, which I really love to do, but hidden font sets in Canva. That's what you're going to need to put in to the search bar in order to get a bunch of these. And you can see, obviously, Pinterest is the first link, or you can just simply look on different people's blogs. Lots of people share these when they find them. And I just think that they're so cool. So you can see here, there are lots of different options. They've got Y2K. They have these big bubble letters. These are for like if you're trying to make a really creative flyer, or if you're wanting to create a really cool print and cut design with your Cricut or something along those lines. I just think they're so unique. And they all come with their own unique keywords. So you can see it'll say set with a colon, and then it has this series of letters and numbers, and that is what you are going to take and copy and paste into the Canva elements bar. So these are not going to be found in the font section, but they would be found in the elements. So all of these keywords you're just going to take, copy and paste over here in this little search bar. And you can even keep yourself a running list. I'm actually going to put a link below of some of our favorites for you all to use. Not all the ones that I put in the list are mentioned here in this video, but all the ones that you see will be in that document. So you can see these pink bubble letters. They're so stinking cute. They even have numbers, uppercase and lowercase, which is super helpful. And pretty much all of these have that option as well. This one right here, I thought is so cute. It is a colorful doodle. What's really nice, on my computer, I can copy and paste that little set number straight off of the photo. So you can just click and kind of highlight the words off of the photo, and then you can copy and paste those into Canva to use these. So we're going to pull this one over and just kind of play around with it for a second. I will say one thing that you need to make sure to pay attention to is the capitals and the lowercase whenever you're putting in that keyword, because if you do the wrong case of the letter, then it's not going to give you the element you're looking for. It may even say it doesn't exist. So if it's like a lowercase n, a capital A, a capital F, like you've got to put all of that in exactly how it came in order to get this specific set. You can also save these to your favorites by clicking. When you hover over it, you see whenever you hover over each letter, there's the 3 dots on the top right. You could select those dots and then favorite this so you can always come back to them, or you can just create yourself like a Google Doc with all of the different keywords in there that you would want to remember. I'm just kind of playing around with the placement of these letters just to see how I like it. But I think this is such a fun way to really elevate your Canva designs. And a lot of people don't even know that this exists, which I think is super cool. It's like a little backdoor to Canva, you know? So you can see there are so many. These little light up letters are adorable. I also think these would be so cute for teachers that do bulletin boards. You could design this and then print these letters out. I just think there are so many opportunities here for you all. Let me know in the comments if you have ever heard of Canva secret codes, and if you have, which ones are your favorites? I'm also going to put that link to all of our favorites in the description, and you can download and save that resource to use whenever you would like.
Okay, for hack number 2, this one is a newer hack that I had not heard of until recently, and it's honestly so simple. It's like one of those where you're mad that you didn't think of it yourself. But it's so simple and so effective and absolutely adorable. It really works well with like sports photos. That's typically what I see it done on, but you can use this in so many different ways. I'm just going to go over here and grab a stock photo of a boy playing baseball. It looks really good, I think, whenever you use a photograph and then you remove the background. So we're going to grab a photo of a little boy playing baseball and we're going to remove the background from that. You can also add whatever background you want onto the background of the image. So we just have this really pretty gradient right here, and I'm going to crop this up a little bit and then size him up pretty big. Next, you're going to create a text box. Now, this is where you're going to put in whatever words you want. So I wouldn't recommend doing too many words, otherwise you kind of lose that effect. But I'm just going to put the team name in here. I'm going to type it out and load up really big, and we're going to go find a more varsity type font. My favorite one to use is University, which is a Maker's Gonna Learn exclusive font. It is perfect for this type of design, especially for anything that has sports on it or like college teams or anything like that. I think works really well with this font. So you're gonna blow it up, kind of figure out where you want the placement. Now, we haven't done anything to this text. It just came in as white text, and we are going to blow it up pretty big. The next thing you're going to want to do is duplicate that text box. Okay, so one of these is going to stay solid, and then the other one we're going to change to an outline using text effects. So you're going to click on the text box and send the solid one all the way to the back. You can see right here, if you go to position and click all the way to back, that one's not highlighted because I already sent it there. And then the other one that's filled in, we're going to change to an outline, and it's going to stay in the very front. So do you see where we're going here? We're going to go to effects on the top right, and then I'm going to select hollow as my effect. Now watch what happens. Is that not the coolest? I think that is so cute. You can also adjust the thickness of that outline if you wanted to. After you select hollow effects, you can change the thickness. You can also change the color of the outline if you wanted to do the team colors or anything like that. Feel free to get creative and kind of come up with your own designs. If you're having trouble getting to that back text, you can go to position and go to layers and then select the back text layer and change it to a different color. I was kind of playing around to see what it would look like with a colored fill-in instead of white, and then have a white outline. And I actually really like that. So there are 2 different examples for you guys to kind of review, and let me know what you guys think about this hack. This is probably one of my top 5 favorites. Hack number 3 is going to be one that we use all the time. It is one of my go-to Canva font hacks, and that is thickening up letters that are a little bit on the thinner side. So you can do this first one, especially along the bottom of the E, the top of the E, and even around the O. It starts to get super, super thin, and something you can easily do is select that text box. You're going to click on Effects, and then you're going to go to outline. We are going to outline this text in the same exact color that it already is, and it's going to give the illusion of being a thicker font. So you're going to need to change the color to match to white. You can see it comes in really thick, but luckily for us, you can kind of gauge the thickness right here on this sliding scale. So adjust it until you get it to your liking. And that is simply it. So super quick one, but super effective if you're wanting to just thicken up some of your text. Okay, for the next hack, we are going to be using Canva apps. Now, if you're just kind of getting into Canva, you may not know that Canva has its own set of apps. And when I say a set of apps, I mean like hundreds, maybe even thousands. I don't know how many they have at this point. But this font frame app right here, if you go to the left side panel, you can find the apps. Then you're just going to type in font frame. I love this app. It is so fun to use because I can type in whatever text I want, and then I can upload a pattern, a photo. I can change the font color, the font style, and you can also upload your own fonts, which is really great if you are a Makers Gonna Learn member, because then you're going to be able to upload any of the fonts from our website to use. And I think that that is such a huge plus here, because I don't want to be limited to the fonts that they give me in the app. So I have uploaded one of our fonts here. You can see on the left side, it's giving you a preview as you work on it, and you can adjust all different kinds of things here. So you're going to be able to adjust the spacing of the letters, the image that goes behind it, the color of the shadow even, which I think is super cool. You can honestly do so many different things here. So I downloaded an image that I want to use from the Makers Gonna Learn website. So you're just going to select choose file, and then you're going to go search for your pattern. I just am going to be using a summer pattern here, and you can see I have the ability to move the image around on the text, which I think is super neat, because if you want to have different parts of the pattern included, you can just move it around there and do it this way. And then down at the bottom, you're going to be able to zoom into the image if you want to. I really love this because especially on patterns, sometimes the images can be a little bit small, and then you can zoom it back out if that's a little bit too much. Down at the bottom where it says outline, this is where you're going to be able to change the color of the outline of the text. So you can select any color. It's going to pop up in the preview, and then you can adjust as needed. The projection is what's behind the outline. So you can change the color of that as well to fit whatever design you're wanting to create. All right, for this one, we're going to create kind of what I would call maybe like a word stencil. And I've got a block of text here as well as a block of color behind it. So the text needs to be in white. You can type out whatever you want. I'm just going to put in Makers Gonna Learn, and then we're going to resize the text to fit inside of the colored box. Okay, and then from here, we're going to need to save this as a PNG with a transparent background. So once you hit download, this is going to pop up into the top of your browser, into your recently downloaded, or it may just pop into your file explorer, and you will need to upload that file. So I'm going to go to upload files, go to recents, find that PNG, and then upload it into Canva again. Now, this may seem a little bit redundant, but once you pull it in here, we are going to be removing the background from the text. So do you see what I mean when I was calling it a stencil? It's honestly more of like a frame. You are going to be removing the white from the image. So you can see when I select background remover, it takes out the white from the letters. Now, if you were to put a pattern behind this, the pattern would show through. Whatever you put behind it is going to show through entirely. So I think this is a really unique way to kind of create a cool text effect. I've got these butterflies right here. Now, this isn't a solid background, so it may look a little weird because I don't have a solid color behind it, the yellow, but you just have to play around with different patterns to see what works best. This one's a little bit more solid, so I'm just going to blow it up and put it behind here so you guys can get a better effect. This next hack is called the stacked layered text effect. So basically what you're seeing here is letters sort of stacked on top of one another, and then we have created an outline on the text as well as an offset. So there's a couple different ways that you can get this effect. A couple of us in the studio did it one way, and then I was doing it the way I'm about to show you. If you have ever done this text effect, let us know in the comments what your favorite way to do it is. I start out by creating just a single text box with one letter in it. I'm going to use a super bold font for this. Bold and Spunky is a Makers Gonna Learn font that I love so much for this type of project. It gives like elementary school teacher to me. So I'm going to update that font, and we are going to add an outline to this. Okay, so go ahead and make the text whatever color you want. We're going to go with yellow today. and then go to effects, and we are going to use the outline effect. I'm going to change this to another color, and we're going to lower the thickness. The black really pops with this yellow, so we're going to go with black, and I'm going to lower the thickness down just a little bit. I do want to see the outline because I think it makes the letters pop. So we're at a 2 on the thickness scale, so not a ton, right? And then what we're going to do is duplicate the letter and then change it to the next letter in the word. So we're typing out summer here. I'm just going to copy, paste, and change the letter, rinse and repeat. I'm also staggering these as I go, so it kind of gives that fun, whimsical, summery vibe. But you can space these however you want. I think the whole point is to be able to stack these and then add the offset, which I think looks really cool. Then we're going to download this as a PNG with a transparent background. Okay, you can see here, no background. It's ready to be pulled right back into Canva. So a lot of times these font hacks, you save it without the background and re-upload it. That's just kind of a part of it. We're going to upload this file. It's basically created just a singular image now. So when I pull it in, it's going to have one single box around it as if it's its own image. Okay, so when you pull it in, there it is. It's almost like it's its own little graphic. And then what we'll need to do from here is make sure it's selected, and we are going to go to edit, then go to shadows under effects, and we are going to add an outline. Now, if you were to do this before on the individual letters, whenever you add that outline effect, it's going to do it on every single letter. So that's why we needed to save it as a PNG and then re-upload it. You can see here it gives that fun outline effect, but still has the offset. I'm going to change the color of this just so it doesn't blend in with the black as much. And there you go. There is your new stacked layered text font hat. I'm just going to add in a cute little fun fruity element to add to the summer vibe, and then you can use this wherever. You could use it for a summer calendar, you can use it for flyers, for t-shirts. I just think this is so cute. So that is all the font hacks that I have for you all today. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you are not yet a Makers Gonna Learn member, I wanted to show you all a quick little viewing of the website. This is where you will find thousands upon thousands of cut files and fonts for you to download and use right away with your Cricut machine, in Canva, on your print-on-demand shop. You can use these files anywhere, and the best part is we have commercial licensing whenever you sign up for our membership. So lots of really good options here. If you guys are interested, I'm going to put a link in the description to sign up for $1 today, and you're going to get access to our dashboard for 7 days. You're going to get 20 free downloads that you can keep forever and ever. That can be 10 fonts, 10 files, you name it, mix and match. Let us know if you've got any questions in the comments, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.